ready. Okay, ladies. So what I'm going to talk to you about today is the 12 days of Christmas. And a lot of people are like, well, what does that mean? So basically, 12 days of Christmas is just you do packaging in whatever way you decide, 12 separate gifts. And I'm going to show you a couple of different ideas of what we like to do, but you can do it your own way. Don't stress over it. So I did this little creation last night. I'm very OCD. This took me way more time than it should have. Please do not do what I did last night. So basically, what I did was kind of making it like a tree, because my husband's like, why is the little box on the bottom? I'm like, because the little box would not hold the top like I wanted to, so therefore it became the base of my tree. So, right? But basically what I've done is you just come up with 12 boxes. Okay, so I've just got 12 boxes here. I've arranged them in different ways. I taped them together to stay together. Then I had to take some ribbon to tie them together. And I don't think I was meant to be an architect, but I felt like I was an engineer last night. But anyway, it just looks cute. I mean, something that just like is cute. So, and then you would put the gifts of whatever they choose. Now, even if they chose small gifts and they wanted it to be a more elaborate display like this, you could put tissue paper, packing peanut wheel, whatever in there and have different size boxes. I mean, who hasn't wrapped a tiny little gift in multiple boxes and had a big box for somebody? So it's just fun. And then I also did something like this. So say they like little bags. Say they have a purse, or like the man may come to you and say, hey, my wife loves to travel. She's obsessed with suitcases. She's obsessed with luggage. She loves purses. Or I have this purse that I got for her. I want you to add something to it. And I just stuffed it with different things. So I just wanted to show you it doesn't have to be fancy. I mean, you can take little boxes. You can take little boxes and put a little tulle on it. Michelle's going to show you later how to do some really elaborate bows. I love a beautiful big bow, but a lot of people are intimidated by it, so I don't do a lot of them anymore. My mother was my bow maker, so when my mother died, my bows became less fabulous. Because again, I'm very OCD. I waste a lot of time making the perfect bow, and so that's why a lot of times I go for simplicity. You can even take some of your little packed, I mean, who doesn't have some of these that when they ordered satin lips, they send these to us. So use what you have. I was telling some of the ladies outside at the trunk, I'm really bad about going into Hobby Lobby. I could spend $1 bajillion in Hobby Lobby because I love all the boxes and the packaging. But you have to think about whatever you're putting the product in comes out of your profit. So you want to be smart about that. There's nothing wrong with going and buying cute things at the Dollar Tree. They have great things there. Just make sure when you go shop that you're considering how much of your profit's being eaten up by your packaging. So just always take that into consideration. I mean, and if the Mary Kay product is already pretty, which a lot of ours are, you don't even have to do anything. Just put it in some cute little bag. That's another thing. I get bags like this that are like polka dots, or that have white dots, swirls, whatever, something that you can use any time of the year. Because if you buy a ton of Christmas bags, then when come Valentine's Day, you've got nothing to put it in. So the bags, you can change out what season it is by what kind of bow you put on there. Another thing that I think people forget about as far as 12 days of Christmas goes is our roll-up bags. I mean, come on, that would be a great 12 days of Christmas. You wrap the little things, put them in your pouches, and put a pretty bow on it. I mean, you can put it in another box. You can just put it with a big bow on it. So, it doesn't have to be anything crazy, but, just want to show you can do all kinds of different things. Now, Michelle had some really pretty things that are like tall, decorative, like big bags. So you can make the bag bigger, and so the present looks bigger too, to make it look more elaborate. I mean, you can use boxes, baskets, any of that kind of stuff. So people say okay, we have some examples up here of 12 days of Christmas. Some of these are kind of pricey. Okay, some of them from $250 to $329. Well, not everybody has that much money to spend. Doesn't matter. If somebody comes to you, Michelle gave me a great idea the other day about doing a eyeshadow palette, or like a color palette, or if I like color, you do the palette, the eyeshadows, the blush, the bronzer, whatever, and you can do mascara and lip gloss. So it doesn't have to be a $300 package. And then when you do your packaging, all your different little items, you can print out some stickers. We're gonna do like a file or send out something, Michelle, with everything, with all the stuff that we're doing today. So we're gonna send you some of these ideas. Now you can do these and print them on sticker labels and stick them on the package. You can cut these out, tape them on there. You can get some cute little stickers and write them on there. So it's just like putting what package they opened what day. Or like I told Michelle, I'm like, well, heck, if I get it, I may just open them all the same. You know, I'm gonna, oh, I got all these boxes. And then there's also.
And some husbands do that.
I know, right? Yeah.
Some husbands do like to let them do that.
Yeah, exactly. But it's really fun. It's like, oh, it's exciting every day. I get to open the package. Sort of like when you were a kid. I love those little advent calendars with the chocolate.
Yeah.
But who didn't bust into the chocolate? Eat all the chocolate, right? But it was fun that you knew every day you got a little treat. So there's also a little script that we're going to share with y'all too. Just kind of say, okay, how do I introduce 12 Days of Christmas to people? How do I let them know? So husbands are really the ones to go to. Well, packaging stuck to me. Husbands are really good people to go to about 12 Days of Christmas. If you have if you have customers, sorry, I've been dealing with a migraine and my thoughts aren't coming to me as clearly today. A lot of your customers have wish lists. And a good thing to do is to try to, if you don't already have their husband's contact information, get that and say, hey John, Susie sent me a wish list. If you're looking for things for her for Christmas, I'm your girl. And men hate shop. Men don't like to pick things out. So if they can get what Susie wants, and they don't have to guess her size and get her mad because they bought the wrong size for her, then it's better to do that. So that's always a good start. Also, moms, their daughters, especially teenage daughters, buying stuff. Or heck, even friends. I mean, if you went to Michelle, she could tell you what kind of stuff I like. Not that Michelle won't spend $300 on me, but you never know. Brides, mothers of the bride, all kinds of different things that you can do 12 Days of Christmas. So just kind of think outside the box on that. And then there's a little 12 Days of Christmas poem that's good. Usually put that in your first box, or you like hang it on the tag, Michelle.
I hang it on the tag.
Okay, so that would be the best thing. So we're gonna send you this. It's a whole 12 Days of Christmas. It just says, for the next 12 days, as Christmas draws near, 12 gifts I give to you wrapped in cheer. Open one present a day, no more, no less. Each one is special, as you very well guess. Along with these gifts that I will bring you delight, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a New Year that's bright.
Aww.
So just a little cute, little thing. So, you can cut it, hang it on here. It's just cute. I mean, the whole thing about it is it's just cute. It's just appealing. It's, aesthetically pleasing. So, like we're talking outside too, a lot of these ideas, we did not come up with these ideas. That's the great thing about Mary Kay too, is everybody shares ideas. So, we always say it's okay if you copy somebody as long as you're copying the right cat. So, as long as you're, why recreate the wheel whenever it's been already done for you. So, any questions y'all can think of about the 12 days, or any comments y'all want to add to 12 days?
I will say that I sell a lot of 12 days to a lot of guys and women for their daughter-in-laws.
Yes.
For Christmas. And I also, I have one customer and they do 12 hours of Christmas.
Oh.
So every hour, Christmas Day, they get to open a present. And I love that. How fun is that? So, and you can, I just remember as a kid, one of my favorite things my parents ever did was a scavenger hunt for me as a kid, where I had to go and find the gifts. And I think about that with the 12 days. It would be something, they could do that all day long, but every hour, how fun would that be?
Fun.
And just imagine how whoever has received that 12 days of Christmas, the giver to this person is going to be on their best list for that. So if it's a husband, he is going to be so happy, I'm just saying, that he gave it 12 days, or a boyfriend, or the best mother-in-law in the whole wide world, right? The 12 days just makes an amazing gift. And the price points, I think that's the biggest thing, is you can make it be anything you want to. I think Angie has one of my buckets in the car.
Yeah.
And this is also something, I've used these. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah.
So we can see.
Yeah. Pass it up.
Yeah.
So I did that.
Yeah, so just, anything, like say, and like we were talking about the tall plastic wrapping, like some of these, like this kind of stuff that's wrapped in these taller things, you can do those, and then that way they stick up with all the different ribbons and that kind of thing, and that's really pretty too, and that's just easy to transport. These towers are really cute, but like I was telling Michelle, I've done some really elaborate ones, but they're kind of a pain in the behind to transport. So take that into consideration too when you're doing something really elaborate. You've got to get it from point A to point B. And so,
The men have to get it from there. to-
amen, that's the main thing, yes, remember that, yes, the men that have to get it. You're gonna be really careful with it. My mother did weddings, and so we've transported a lot of cake, so I always take those things into consideration, you've gotta get it somewhere. But that's the most important thing, whoever you give it to has gotta get it somewhere. So just, yeah, smart, think about that, so.
When do you start reaching out to husbands about the 12 days of babes?
Well, I mean, I say start early, like Michelle was saying. Men, unfortunately, are a lot like me. I'm a procrastinator. I do shop all the time. It's my sport. I think it should be an Olympic sport and I would win. But I also wait to the last minute. So be prepared to come up with something like this at the last minute. But yeah, start early, especially if it's customers that you already have. Start reaching out to the husbands so that they look even better, like they've got this gift ahead of time. They're not giving you 12 days of Christmas on Christmas Eve. But yeah, anytime. I mean, like they said, start now because the retailers are gonna be starting. And I hate bringing Christmas early. Christmas is my favorite, but it like was killing my soul to, to buy all this Christmas stuff now because I'm like, don't rush the seasons. But when you're a retailer, you have to do that because it's already in the stores.
So Angie, saying that, so that bag that you have in your hand, I got it at Hobby Lobby, right? On 50% off, cause you know, all Christmas stuff's already 50% off. This was, I don't know when I bought that last year or whenever. I love giving bags or something that somebody can use. So whatever I'm giving them is they're putting it inside, like the bag like Angie has, that they can put it in. And I'm really known for doing 12 days and taking just cellophane and wrapping tissue paper and wrapping the product with a big bow and putting it in a box and a tin, like a tin bucket, a wash pail. I mean, what? So when you're out and you're seeing stuff and you're like, oh, that would be cute, grab it.
Yeah.
Because you can make one thing up, right? Don't you have, so do you have anything in that or is it empty?
Today I don't, no, today I.
So that is your display.
That's just like a display.
So everybody should make a display of the 12 days to show your customers with nothing in it. That would be my suggestion. Because people don't know what they don't know and they don't know how they need that in their life.
Yeah, and you don't have to go out and buy these boxes. I mean, like Michelle and Jocelyn and some of the ladies earlier were talking about, just take boxes. I mean, these are Mary Kay boxes. Just take these boxes and wrap them. Just get you some cute paper and just wrap the boxes and do your little displays with that because, you know, that's just giving the people an idea. Because a lot of people can't visualize something. They need you to give them a recommendation. And then if they want it to be a certain color, then you can customize it to that. So. All right, are we, anything else? Good.
No, you're good.
Awesome.